What does it actually take to build a high-performance growth engine? Not just growth from marketing spend, but a system that consistently acquires customers cheaper than everyone else and turns that advantage into scale. One company that has quietly built this capability is Dave Inc. In their recent results, Dave reported around 60% year-on-year revenue growth. But the most interesting number isn't the revenue. It's the cost to acquire a new member. Dave says they can acquire a new customer for around $20. In consumer fintech, acquisition costs often sit between $60 and $200 per user. So the obvious question is, how are they doing it? Dave refers to it as their growth algorithm. Instead of treating marketing like a series of campaigns, they treat it like a data system. Every acquisition channel is constantly being tested and optimized. Every new cohort feeds data back into the system. That data improves targeting, which improves conversion rates, which lowers acquisition costs. In other words, marketing becomes an optimization loop. And when that loop is working well, something powerful happens. You don't just acquire customers, you build a predictable customer acquisition machine. But cheap acquisition alone isn't enough. The real advantage appears when you connect acquisition to a product flywheel. Once a user joins Dave, several things start happening. They engage with the app, they access financial tools like cash advances, they use debit card services, they subscribe to premium features. Each of these interactions increases revenue per user. So the economics start to look like this. Spend $20 to acquire a customer, generate revenue across multiple services, recover the acquisition costs quickly, and once the cost is recovered, the remaining lifetime value becomes fuel for more growth. That capital can be reinvested into the acquisition engine, which brings in more users, which generates more data, which improves the algorithm. This is the classic growth flywheel. What's particularly interesting is that Dave didn't invent this model. Other consumer fintech platforms have used similar playbooks before. Companies like Robinhood Markets built powerful growth engines by combining low friction onboarding, strong product engagement, data-driven marketing loops. The lesson here is important. In technology, businesses moving fast doesn't always mean inventing something completely new. Sometimes the advantage comes from studying what works and executing it extremely well. The real story behind Dave's growth isn't just fintech innovation, it's operational execution. But when your acquisition is cheaper than your competitors and your product flywheel keeps increasing customer value, growth stops being something you chase. It becomes something your system produces automatically.